I recorded this video of my 7-kilometer walk to a nature park and back. Nothing extraordinary, just a neighborhood park in a highly urbanized city. But here's what I've realized. Nature is always around us. The question is, do we take the effort to go there? It sounds simple, but nature wasn't part of my life initially, until something changed. Today, I want to share the story of how a forest day changed me. Because if it could change me, it can change anyone. When I was first told to spend more time in nature, it felt completely unnatural. I was born in a city, I work in a business district. The most frequent walks I took were through air conditioned shopping malls. Nature wasn't part of my life, but I was instructed to do it, so I took up the challenge. I researched, planned, and booked a 3-day, 2-night stay at a forest retreat in a neighboring country. When I arrived, everything felt foreign. The rooms were made of bamboo, raw, simple, surrounded by forests. A chicken coop sat just behind my room. I remember standing there, looking around and thinking to myself, how am I going to survive 3 days here? I had no idea that by the end of those 3 days, I wouldn't want to leave. The shift happened at a river. It was early morning, somewhere between 6 and 9. I had just finished my daily breathing exercise when I walked down to the river nearby. The moment I saw the flowing water, something in me stirred. I couldn't wait to touch it. I took off my sandals and dipped my feet in. The cold water ran over my skin, and I felt a stream of energy rush through me, vibrations traveling up my legs through my body. I stood there for a long time, just letting the water move. I didn't want to leave. After breakfast, I went back again. This time, I let my whole body go into the water. As the river water ran over me, I felt something I hadn't felt in years, rejuvenated, alive, like life was being poured back into me. In the afternoon, we signed up for a forest trek to a bigger waterfall. The pool beneath it was deep enough to swim. Our guide encouraged us to go in, but the water was freezing and we hesitated. Then we swam. Once we reached the waterfall, there was no turning back. We spent over an hour floating in the river, letting the water fall over our hands, our backs, our faces, surrendering to the cold and surrendering to the moment. By the time we left, I was not the same person who had arrived. So, my advice to you is this. If you have been living in the city, in your head, in the air-conditioned indoors, take a step. Visit a forest, stay for at least 2 nights, go for morning walks between 6 and 9. Let yourself discover what you've been missing. You don't have to travel far. Start with a neighborhood park. Walk at least 7 kilometers. See what you notice. Because the nature that changed me, it was always there. I just wasn't paying attention. Thank you for watching. If this resonated, subscribe. I share more about my journey, how I'm learning to live, to heal, to become. I'm a lotus in the crowd. See you in the next one. Thank you.